voice questioning the stories others whispered. Her heart was bold, her spirit unshakable. When the elders received the sign, white lily booming overnight by the riverbank, they wept with both joy and dread. The village would prosper, the rain would come, but the child would be lost. Amina did not cry. She stood tall and graceful and accepted her fate. But deep inside, she carried a silent rebellion. On the morning of the offering, Amina was bathed in fragrant oil, her skin glowing like golden dawn. She was dressed in a flowing white robe embroidered with symbols of protection and peace. The women sang ancient song. The drummers played slow, sorrowful rhymes, and the wind carried her name through the trees. She walked alone to the river's edge. The villagers watched in reverence as the river swelled and shimmered. Amina stepped into the water, and then she was gone. No splash, no cry, just silence. Then the river stilled, and the sky darkened. Amina awoke in a palace of water and light. She was not dead. She was beneath the river, in a realm untouched by time. The walls were made of crystal coral. The floor shimmered with stardust. Strange fish glided through the air as though they swam through the sky. And there, watching her, stood Akon, the river god. He was beautifully otherworldly, his skin dark as deep water, his eyes silver and endless. He moved like the current, silent, powerful, with sorrow waving into every step. a spirit, blind, ageless, cloaked in white mist. Amina, she whispered. The curse was never meant to be broken by sacrifice, only by a vow born of truth. The river does not want your body, it wants your heart, freely given. Amina turned to Egon. I will not be a bride taken by fear, she said, but I will walk beside you if you let me choose it. Egon reached for her hand, and in that moment, the river trembled. The curse shattered like glass beneath a wave. The waters danced. The spirit of the river rose and sank. The surface broke into brilliant light, and Amina awoke home on the banks of River Nyanza, alive. The people gasped. She returned, the first bride to ever come back. But Amina was no longer just a maiden. She was a legend, a bridge between